It is another film discussion that we're looking forward to have with you all. We come up with another great movie to discuss. The title is Soul, and hope everyone here is already watched the movie so we can have a great and nice discussion this afternoon. And for today's English club, of course, I'm not here by myself. I have my friend who's also working to prepare this event. We have Bang Herto, the head of Language Service Center Universitas Kristen Indonesia. We also have Kanina. Hello. And we also have Eduardus, and the last but not least, we also have Kamurni. Yeah, and we would like to announce that English Club is actually a regular event held by Language Service Center Universitas Kristen Indonesia. And this film discussion is not going to be the only one program. So maybe later we can have a book discussion that you guys can also look forward to. And just to remind us all, during this event, please open up your camera and mute your audio. And if you have something to ask, you can use the raise hand feature and we will proceed you to deliver your question or sharing. Sekedar informasi, English Club ini akan menjadi program reguler dari Pusat Pelayanan Bahasa Universitas Kristen Indonesia, dan kedepannya juga nanti mungkin akan ada book discussion yang teman-teman juga bisa nantikan ke depannya. Dan untuk mengingatkan juga, semoga teman-teman bisa membuka kameranya ya, dan mute audionya selama discussion belum dimulai. Nanti apabila ada pertanyaan, teman-teman bisa menggunakan raise hand feature, dan teman-teman atau kakak-kakak panitia nanti bisa allow untuk bisa sharing atau bertanya. Okay, to start today's event, let's pray first. I would like to ask Kanina to lead us in prayer. Kanina?
Yeah, thank you, Sena. Okay, thank you. My friends, before we start this activity, let's pray. Okay. Dear Lord, thank you for all the blessing you have bestowed upon us, and thank you for allowing us today to meet and share our knowledge and time with one another in this activity. May you extend your divine wisdom to us so we will be able to glean the information from this activity. May you bestow your blessing after this discussion so that we may go out and spread that we learn in the spirit of your love and generosity. May we realize that this activity should glorify your name. Amen. Okay.
Thank you, Kanina.
This MC. Yes, welcome.
Yeah. Before jumping into the discussion, maybe we can watch one more time the trailer of the movie. Please, Edu, would you please share the trailer of the movie?
What is this place?
What's your name, honey?
I'm Joe. I teach middle school band. Got it, go for it. Started out as the best day of my life.
Back here tonight, first show's at 7.
Yes! Woohoo! You know what that's gonna say? Joe Gardner. I did it. I got the gig. Wow. It's my life.
Is all this living really worth dying for? You're still alive?
Can you help me get back?
No way!
There I am. What are we waiting for?
Wait, not me!
Oh, what do you think, guys? I think it's interesting movie. Okay. And for your information also, in the last few minutes, we will also have a quiz session. So the lucky ones will be getting OVO or Dana voucher. So hope you all are excited, and good luck for the quiz session later. Okay, without further ado, please welcome Bang Herto, the head of Language Service Center Universitas Kristen Indonesia, to lead us into the discussion. Bang Herto, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Sena, for time given to me. First of all, I would like to ask, am I audible? Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Clear.
Well, yeah. it's cloudy out there, but I hope everyone is cheerful as if it's a sunny day. Yeah, I hope everyone is doing great. I'm so happy that we are able to meet again in this activity called English Club. This is the second time because we did it last month. And like what Miss Anna said already, that we have promised that this will be monthly program. Every single month, we hope that we can bring this English Club. And not only English Club, but we are going to have a club where you can practice your English, you can practice your other languages if you feel interested in. Since you know that this is part of the responsibility of Language Service Center of Christian University of Indonesia. And I would like to welcome my dear friend of Language Service Center as well, Mr. Dave Moyer from Seattle, Washington, United States of America. Thank you very much for staying up so late to join with us in this English club. Mr. Moyer has been a dear friend of Language Service Center, even since service in English. And just a little bit of information, he happened to be, one of my producers from United States of America. So since today we're talking about a movie. I'm sorry. Yep. Okay. Since we're talking about a movie that related to music, I think it's such a great time to have him. And not only Mr. Moyer, but we are so delighted and thankful to have our dean, one of the greatest dean at University of Universitas Kristen Indonesia, Ma'am Susan. I know she's joining now. I don't know if she's joining with her own account or she's joining via student's account today, but welcome also to this program. Thank you very much for supporting this program so that the program is able to run today. And if there are also other dignitaries of Christian University of Indonesia who are joining with us today, welcome. We're so happy to have you. And last but not least, we are so happy and extremely excited to have our beloved students here. I know some of the students are here because they really want to discuss about the movie. Some are just kind of forced because their lecturers told them to just go to the English club or you're not gonna get any good score. So yeah, welcome. Selamat datang buat teman-teman semua. Kalau ada yang hadir di sini karena benar-benar ingin discuss about the movie, terima kasih. Tapi kalau karena disuruh sama dosen, mudah-mudahan betah ya. Dan nanti pada akhirnya bisa mendapatkan nilai yang baik. And don't worry that, like Miss Yana said, that in the end of this program, we will have OVO voucher, Dana, and other digital money. And maybe we will have some saham from the Indodax. Let's ask Kamurni or Edus about that later. Well, okay. Without further ado, teman-teman, pastinya diskusi film ini adalah tentang apa yang kita sudah nonton. So we're not gonna have any show of the movie. I just wanna tell you that next time, if right now you are here but not watching the movie, so I hope after this you may want to watch the movie just to have the idea of what we're going to discuss today. But if you did watch the movie, it is all good because that's the essence of this program, that we want to discuss about the movie that we watched. We cannot display the movie now, show the movie, because it would be a kind of infringement, yeah, nanti against the law, because we don't have the platform to play the movie. You simply go to Disney Hot Plus if you want to watch it online officially. But I know some of you are just so great at computer and internet. I know you can find a way to watch it for free, but we're not what is it called? We're not suggesting that because it's against the law. Okay, I want this time to be a lively conversation. Teman-teman semua pasti tentunya sudah menyaksikan. I want to ask any of you guys what you think about the movie. Can you yes, please mute your microphone if you don't want to say anything, but please feel free. I don't know, Miss Anna, should we jump to the discussion? yeah, I mean like the question and answer, or what do you think?
Boleh lah. Question and
Okay.
answer boleh.
Okay, or maybe I can share my idea about the movie. What I like about the movie, it's it's sharing the idea of sometimes we see things like when we have aspirations, ketika kita punya cita-cita, sometimes we see the future is going to be different from what our situation now, right? Like when Joe Garner was, I'm sorry if I mispronounce his name. When Joe, the main character in the movie, was like having the aspiration of playing a gig jazz music, he thought that his life would change. But then once he fulfilled that, ketika dia sudah bermain musiknya, nothing changed, right? So I think, yeah, what I like about the movie, it's all about looking down inside, that sometimes the peace and happiness comes from your heart. Your external things, like like the idea about certain thing that comes from outside, will mean nothing to you if the peace, or if the happiness, or the contentment don't come from your heart. That's what I think about the movie so far. Is there anyone else who wants to share his or her opinion about the movie? Or can I ask questions directly to the audience that I see here? Well, maybe we can go to United States of America. Hey, Mr. Moyer.
Good evening or afternoon.
Yeah, it's afternoon here, and it's very late in the morning, right? Late at night, right?
Yep, it's coming up on midnight.
Midnight. What time is it there?
It's 23:47 or 11:47.
Oh, okay. I hope you don't mind.
No, I'm thankful. I would not have seen this movie if it were not for this event. And
cool.
I actually just got finished watching. I had a little trouble myself finding it, but I'm a Pixar movie fan. First of all, my boys grew up watching Pixar, and I always enjoyed them.
Yep.
But this is one of the deeper ones. I mean, I thought it was very good, and I think your point about aspirations was really good, and it was really looking at we need to be thankful for our lives, even the little tiny things. And I mean, Joe, not only did he think his life would change, and he said multiple times in the movie that he thought more like his life was going to begin once he did this. And then to me, the movie was, he realized, wait a minute, he did it, but his life had begun way back, and he realized that. So I thought the message was very good. And so I enjoyed the movie thoroughly. I had a bunch of notes I took while I was watching.
Yes.
I can other stuff later, but there's a lot of details about it I like. I guess the main thing I'll just say now is that the whole idea that there's a spiritual world, I mean, that we even have souls. There are people that would deny that and say, no, we're all just physical all the way down. And the movie just portrayed all these different realities, different space and time and things like that I thought was good. It was very imaginative. So I thought it was enjoyable, and I thought it had a good message.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your idea. I mean, like, talking to you is always inspirational, and thank you very much for your point that I know you're a note-taking person. So I'm so glad that you did that for this movie, and then you shared it with us. I think I totally agree with you. Me, myself, I'm also a Pixar movie fan. I like watching movies from Pixar. Somehow I find movies from Pixar always come with a deep message in every movie that they have. And I like also the animation. They seem to very progressive compared to other animation movies. And about this particular movie, when you mentioned about the afterlife point in the movie, I think as people with faith, I mean, like all of us, we are believer, right? Be it Christian, be it Muslim, and any other religion, especially in Indonesia, we believe there is an afterlife. So this movie is particularly portraying about the afterlife. Even not only afterlife, there is also a part where they portrayed a before life, if that's the word to say it, right? Where they prepare the souls before they come to the world. So teman-teman, tadi Pak Moyer baru sharing ke kita bahwa beliau juga sangat suka dengan Pixar movie ya, karena kebetulan film-film ini itu dibuat oleh Pixar Studio ya. Dan can you mute that one please? Oke. Pixar movie itu film-filmnya memang kalau menurut saya pribadi juga ini sangat deep. Dan beliau tadi menceritakan bahwa ada poinnya juga gitu ya, afterlife. Yang saya tambahkan gini, film ini bagusnya juga dia menampilkan tentang kehidupan setelah mati nantinya ya. Bahkan kalau di film ini kan diceritakan ada juga nih kehidupan sebelum hidup di dunia. Jiwa-jiwa ini, soul ini dipersiapkan dulu gitu. Dipersiapkan dulu sebelum hidup ke dunia. Jadi maksudnya itu somehow connected dengan kepercayaan-kepercayaan kita yang ada di agama-agama di Indonesia. And you guys, you feel free. You don't have to bring up any point about the message of the movie. You can also comment on the production of the movie or the studio or the way they distribute the movie. Like right now, because just for your information, the movie was released back in 2020. When, of course, right now we are still dealing with pandemic COVID-19. So it was initially planned to release on, at the theater. But then since COVID-19 pandemic, coming, they couldn't do that. That's why they have it online. Sometimes, some people like going to the movies because they have the experience going to the movies with the sound ya. Kadang-kadang orang lebih suka ke bioskop itu karena ada pengalaman tertentu. But also sometimes there are also people who don't like going to movies, so they have this privilege of watching it online. Thank you so very much for your point of view about the movie, Mr. Moyer. So is there anyone else who wants to share what they think about the movie? You can share anything, or maybe you can say, oh, I have, this movie hits me home. The movie hits home and then it reminds me of my life and stuff. Or maybe there's someone who was, like Joe, died and then come back to the world with different soul, named 22. Because the movie, Joe comes back with the soul 22. Unfortunately, Joe became the cat and 22 was inside Joe's body, right? Ada teman-teman yang bisa sharing juga pendapatnya, idenya.
So may
Mungkin
I?
bisa raise hand.
Yeah, raise hand please. I heard someone.
Yeah, may I? But I apologize about the video. My connection is kind of bad, so sometimes I cannot even hear anything. Is that okay if I don't turn it on?
Oh, unfortunately, we cannot see your beautiful face, but it's okay. What's your name and where you come from?
I'm Yesi. I'm an international relations student at UKI.
Okay, my junior.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, I agree that Pixar movies, even though they're cartoons, I don't think that they're really targeted for for children. I mean, because it's quite heavier because of the message that they are going to say to the audience. I don't think that it is for children. It's quite heavy, but kind of like Inside Out. But what I really love about this movie is because in today's world, we put so much weight on calling, on passion, but we forget that our readiness to live in the world is not solely about being able to live what we enjoying doing, but being ready and finding joy in the daily, the mundaneness of life, of seeing the same thing, of taking the public transportation every day, seeing the same people. It is in finding that joy. And sometimes we only see just like one way of living our dreams. Like for Joe, it's I want to be a musician, and then that's it. And then otherwise, I'm not living my passion. But he forgot that even though he's a teacher, he could actually living his passion by helping others finding theirs. Like that girl, the student, I forgot her name. She's talented, and maybe he could live his passion by helping other people, enriching others people's life. And for me, it's a good reminder for my own life that life could have so many ways in bringing us to so many different places. It's not just like one box and then that's it. And I find it like it's a really, really good reminder, especially for me myself. Like for me,
Yeah,
I don't have just to be a diplomat, but I could like be a lot of other profession in my life later on. It's not just like one thing. It's not a setting stone. That's what I
yeah.
meant.
Oh, good point. Thank you, Yessi. Give it up for Yessi for sharing her thoughts on this movie. I totally agree with you. I think if I may sum up what you said, it's all about being content with even the smallest thing in our life. Like you said, even when you don't become a diplomat, because I know so many students from international relations, they have this social construct. They have this what is it? They have this general assumption that successful international relations students will be diplomat one day, but that's not how this world operates. No, life is bigger than our social construct, and sometimes we are so what is it called, so fixated, and we are just so crumpled into these little boxes to think that, oh, only this kind of thing works, while actually, there are so many things outside of that. We cannot always live according to what people say good or what people say successful. We have to really come from the smallest thing in our daily lives, like, even watching your fish in a tank, like swimming. It can be fun, or talking to your parents, or even like watching, listening to songs, or like doing, just be happy with everything that you do. So thank you so much, Yessi. And about the student's name, her name is Connie. Now I remember her name. And yeah, anyone else? Oh, so
Iman.
Iman is coming up next. Okay, thank you very much, Iman. This is your second time joining this, so nice.
Thank you. Uh, First, I agree that a lot of things that are sharing to us is that Mr. Dev and previously, and I agree that this movie is firstly out of my mind because it's very imaginative and something like that out of our mind. That I'm very inspired by this film because this film is very suitable and useful for our every single life or every people in this situation. In terms of life, we can like family, social, work life, all of things that every single life very suitable in this movie. And then life at this time also very related. Okay, let me give you an example. For example, life, life just temporary, right? Not forever. But I can feel that that is very related in my life, especially, for example, when I try to go to campus and to college, I just do my assignment, in the college and spend all of my energy there. So I cannot enjoy my life. And like the movie also, they work, they just do all of things that the whole world, that the system, the whole world, they just do that, and they didn't enjoy their life. So in this film, a lot of things that we can learn. But just I have in my perspective or in my opinion, we build in this life, okay? Not we build our life, not life build us, but we build every time, every single life today. It's not talking about just happiness or just about comfort zone. It's also talking about the difficult in this life. That's our purpose, not just talking about our desire, our dreams, our also Joe. Joe find people purpose, find also people purpose. So let us build this life, not life build us. And sometimes we need to hurt like a child to achieve our goals, regardless of what other people say. even the Joy is adult, or let's say older, more than his friends or anything, but he's hurt like a child. He wants to achieve his goal, like to give to be a pianist jazz, and also like everything that she do, she tried to enjoy his life, everything. So I have to what I have learned in this movie. First is that what makes you happy? Yeah, what makes you happy in this life? So I try to search or research a small research. I have a question to my friends. So I wanna, what makes you happy? And some people say, yeah, I love. The makes me happy is that money. Yeah, okay, I agree with that. And then also some people say, oh, what makes me happy is that try together with someone, and then anything. Then then what makes me happy also, that what makes me happy also is that when I am speaking, yeah, I don't know, but I just uh, I just happy when I speak. But is that all of things that we can learn? So I have a question with you guys. What makes you happy in this world? Yeah, just a little things. Don't try to things that are big, but just a little things. And then what is the purpose of our driven life is day? Yeah, the purpose of a driven life. I just talking also to my friend, what is your purpose in life? Yeah, I just married and then die. And then yeah, just that. But in this movie, the purpose of our driven life, it's not talking about just our happiness or just about sadness or all of things. That all of things, every single life, that's our purpose in this life. We enjoy the difficult situation. We enjoy the also the happiness. So this movie, I have five learning that never give up. First is that never give up. You know Joe. You know Joe is that Joe is oldest, okay, old, and then even when he was dying, she never give up. He tried to,
Come
you know,
back.
yeah, he tried to come back to reach his goals. Even when he's died, okay, let me think. Let us think that there's someone who died, never give up. Also, never give up to reach his purpose. And then, you know, Joy very happy in his life. Even when she got it, the information that she accept in this pianist jazz, and then she very happy. That's the little things, the little things. But
Yep, go ahead.
yeah. Okay, that. And then and the last is that to find our purpose. Yeah, that's our purpose. And then to reach every minute, every second in our life, to enjoy that, because life is not talking about the purpose of our drive or our desire, our dreams, but all of things, that every single little things in this life is our purpose. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Iman. I like that you mentioned about this persistence, if that's how I say it, about about Joe who never gave up even after life, right? To reach his dream. I think this is also the part that I may forget, but thank you very much for coming up with that. That you can never, you can, I mean, like you have to keep fighting for what you believe in your life. You have to keep fighting for what you want, and persistence is a value. And I still remember I talked to Mr. Moyer before about persistence, and that's a good point in our lives. Even like, for example, even after life, because of his persistence, there's always a way. Like, I know that there is a saying, there where there is a will, there will always be a way. And then somehow Joe found a way to come back to the world, to to relive his life again, and then made his dream come true. Even though, in the process sometimes you can get people hurt, right? that, we know that how 22, even though Joe kind of helped her to find the purpose or the spark for her to want to live in the world, to want to be, be born as human, still she got hurt because of Joe's selfishness and then this egocentric purpose in his life, and then she became a lost soul, right? And I like also the part where the movie portrayed about the lost soul. Sometimes, how the soul became so overwhelmed with these black, sandy kind of things. I like how they picture it, meaning that even in problematic situation, we know that the core of it is ourselves, our heart. That the 22 was kind of clean because Joe was, like persistent also, talking to her, even though she became this kind of monster who was like wrecking havoc everything around her. But because of Joe was like there to keep calling her true self, then 22 was able to be back, and then she was, like she was there to be born. um I like that part because sometimes in our lives, like, of course, maybe some of you are now dealing with so many problems that it's your heart that you need to rely on. And then I think heart is where God is, right? Everyone, I hope everyone agrees. So yeah, and thank you, Iman, and thank you, Yesi, for we've got two points of view so far, and of course, with Mr. Moyer. I hope everyone can bring more, aspects or idea about the movie. Again, like I said, you can talk about so many things. Kalian bisa ngomongin apa aja. You can talk about the animation. Oh, saya suka banget sama gaya animasinya. Or you can also talk about the actors, right? We got Jamie Foxx, Tina Fey. Kalian bisa ngomong itu. Or about the production, about the distribution, and anything. Atau you guys want to comment on, maybe if you watch it on Disney Hot Plus, right? You get the Indonesian translation and what is it called? The dubbing. You want to comment on that also? Feel free, because the point of this English club is for you to speak English, dare to come up with your own idea. I saw Edus wants to say something.
Yeah, I saw Elizabeth raise her hand. I think she wants to discuss something.
Give it up for Elizabeth.
Elizabeth?
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity that you guys have given me. And again, thank you for making this club because right now, as you guys may know that right now students in Noki, especially we from batch 2020 are going on our mid semester. So this is kind of like an escape for us to just watch movies and just pause for a sec from our studies and assignments. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to comment on some things because like I find it enjoying and entertain watching this movie. There are a lot of aspects that I agree because this movie does centered on life, on soul, and I think right now we do need this kind of movie because again, we're stuck at home and it seems like we're not doing much in our life, and I think this is just like a reminder of like we're actually doing something, even though we're just we're a little bit isolated and unable to do much, but we are still doing something. So what I want to discuss about is that I love how aware this movie is, and I agree total from Iman and Yesi about life being so much more than our purpose because I think that's what we as humans we tend to forget that our life is so based on purpose, but actually it is more than that. It's much more bigger than that, and I think we as humans we cannot actually comprehend ourselves and our life because it is something that I want to say that it is more supernatural and more bigger than us because again us also being religious people we know that our life was made by God, and he knows so much more than us. So and I want to quote from the film where one of the mentors saying that when Joe asked about how 22 got her purpose, and like the mentor said that, oh, you humans, you and your life purposes. So it actually kind of reminds like how this life is so much more than our purpose. And then I love how this movie settings is so accurate with our life, maybe for in American terms because they're based on New York life styles, but you can see that they're talking about social standards, teenager lives, and like just you as a human trying to get by every day with just like so little money, and but you're doing something that you love, like jazzing and like um doing barber hair, but like you're doing something. So and I love that they don't because like this seems a little bit controversial, but like most films do have like this, I don't know, like stereotype, but like they always have like one main character that's, I'm sorry they say this, but like white people. But in this movie they're so diverse. Like we have Jamie Foxx as first our first main character, and then Tina Fey, you may know her from Mean Girls, and then also Norton Graham, who you know is an TV show interviewer for artists in British no in the Europe. And like there are also like side characters that you can see who are from the Canadian, from Korea. So it's very diverse. And I think that in the film industry that right now they are trying to progress on that. They're in the steps of making more diverse actors and more diverse players in their films. And I most importantly, I want to talk about how us as teenagers, especially not teenagers, but young people who are living the life. I personally feel connected to 22 because like she's the kind of soul that you can say that she's a wanderer. Like she constantly asks about like why is life so important? Like you know that it's not going to be good, but like why do you still want to live it and then die for it? And I think like that's reasonable because like we as young people, we ask questions every day because we're just trying to understand our place in this world, in this life. And I think that sometimes people don't really understand that side of us. And I think it's okay for us to explore our life. It's okay for us to explore what is our passion, what is our purpose, and what do we like to do. And again, like Iman said, that eventually that even though we already found our purposes, there are still going to be people that will constantly bring us down, saying that we're not that good, we don't deserve to live. And this is also something that actually always happened in our generation with mental health and bullying and other stuff. I think we just need to be there for each other to constantly remind that we are worthy enough to live. We are worthy enough to do something in our life. And I think in that part where Joe just trying to save 22, I got emotional because again, this is a Pixar movie. You're not watching a Pixar movie if you're not going to feel so many emotions, because you're gonna feel laughter, gonna feel cry. And I think it's just a reminder because I do have
I think I don't know if something wrong with my Zoom, but I don't think I can hear what you're saying, Elizabeth.
And
You're
it's not
cracked.
muted. It's not muted.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
not
it's
muted.
the
Oh,
microphone, I think, disconnected or something. Technical
oh,
problem.
I'm sorry. I mean, like, it's good. She covered so many things in one presentation of her idea. She mentioned about diversity in the movie industry, and also, are you still there, Elizabeth? Are you back? Oh, don't tell me you fell into the manhole just like Joe. Okay. Well, we can come back. We can go back to Elizabeth later.
I cannot hear your voice.
Oh, are you still with us, Elizabeth? Because we lost you. Oh man, you're still muted. Well, okay. Okay. Elizabeth, thank you so much for sharing your idea. Very interesting. You covered so many things in, like I said, you covered so many things in one statement. And I like you mentioned about the diversity in the movie industry, and also you mentioned about the purpose of this life. And then, if I may say, you also kind of talked about how, as human beings, we are impactful to others, right? Just like what Joe did to 22, and also about, the other characters in the movie. And then I think you even mentioned about yeah, the diversity, and then also the impactful, and also about the happiness, right? If that you meant. And then, unfortunately, we kind of lost you, but very nice. I like you mentioned of those things, and then you cover pretty much everything that we can talk about. And then, if I may say, I think this movie relates so much to me, because what Joe was going through in the movie, where his parents kind of, disagree with his parents, kind of disagree, his parent, actually, his mom kind of disagree with his choice of career in life. It kind of, like, it hit home so much, because that's what happened to me as well. When I chose to be in music industry, my parents also didn't see that as a promising career. Of course, it coming out of love, of course it coming out of concern, because even in America, parents have that kind of concern, let alone in Indonesia, that musical career and something about art, like having career in arts, is not a promising one. But it's good to have this movie coming out now, and the generation that are so aware, like people that are so aware now with the choice in our lives. And then, if I may comment on what Elizabeth said, as people, we don't put our happiness in our goal of life, right? If we depend our happiness on the achievement of certain goal, then it wouldn't last longer. Instead, let's make everything around us as the source of happiness. Of course, God is the first. If we find God as our source of happiness, then everything around us will be source of happiness as well. I hope someone will come up after Elizabeth, and after my comment on Elizabeth, if you want to add more.
I think I want to add something a little bit, if I
Oh,
may.
go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
All right. So in the movie, in the zone, I think there is something that called lost souls, that the soul that lose purpose and disconnected from life. So I think when I watched the movie, Joe is one of the lost soul. So let me explain. So in the movie, Moonwin said that lost soul is sorry, lost soul is not so different from those who are in the zone. The zone is enjoyable, but when the joy becomes an obsession, one becomes disconnected from life. So
Yes.
I think Joe was disconnected from life, and it's many joys. He seems so obsessed with his dreams, his purpose, so much so that when 22 only for a brief moment in the shoes of Joe, he already found joy, purpose, and spark in just living. That Joe was dismissed in the regular life pleasures, and that the real spark was just supposed to be the purpose. And that's why the ending of the movie is so great, in my opinion. Although Joe was a lost soul because of the zone, 22 was lost because of her anxieties, that feeling meaningless or without purpose. It was only at the end of the movie that that I realized that it must have been so hard for 22. She was constantly being told by her many mentors, Abraham Lincoln, Mother Teresa, and so on, that she needed to find a purpose. So
Yeah.
she couldn't go to Earth without any spark. So this made her so anxious about life itself. So this whole ordeal with her not having a spark was concluded perfectly with the movie's ending. So yeah, that's my opinion about this movie.
Very nice point, Eduardus. It's very interesting. I totally agree with what you said about this lost soul. And sometimes, like I said, as social creature in the world, we are impactful one another. Sometimes you mean good, but it could end up bad. For example, in a mentoring process that Mother Teresa and those Abraham Lincoln's words, they were it was for the benefit of 22, right? But instead of making 22 motivated to be able or to dare to live, it was
just gave
kind
up.
yes, she gave up on life, and then it was like diminishing her chances of moving on with life. So sometimes, like I know we found this also in the way Joe's mother was trying to help him with a career. Instead of motivating him to be happy and feel content about his life, it was making him feeling less, right? Because of the comment. I know sometimes act of love could be, people may say it's tough love, but sometimes the impact is just not
Love
as
hurts.
love hurts. And there's too much, there's the danger in loving somebody too much. That's what a song said. Yeah. Anyone else, or maybe Mr. Moyer, you want to say add on something about that, sir?
Yes.
Mhm.
Let me think. I think, I mean, I'm agreeing. I really love the different perspectives. I mean, I think you guys are making some great points about the movie. And I think if you think about people's purpose, and then there was a question about what is your, what makes you happy and what's your purpose in life? It seems like that was Iman.
Iman, yes.
Iman. I think as you go on, you may have a really distinct goal, and I think the movie was showing how if you're too obsessed with a particular achievement of something, that really you're missing out, and it really gets more, I think, and I'm like older than the hills, so as you realize life is really a lot more about relationships with people. And that's what people value over time, and you look back on, and it can be any sort of job you're in. Most all jobs, you're working with other people, and then you look back and go, man, you worked with some great people, you had really good relationships, and that's the kind of thing you look back on and really value. And then the other thing is, and I think this is what Joe learned, that he liked, part of life was helping people, as you pointed out, or someone has pointed out. If you can help somebody else, that's the kind of thing you'll look back on and go, man, I was really, really glad I was able to do that. And even if you can't help them, you can encourage people. So rather than being a critic, and everybody likes to be a critic, you can just encourage people. And, that you're going to find that's going to really add to your day-to-day. I mean, it's part of the little things that you may not think you have a very exciting life going on. But if you can have good relationships and encourage people, and then just do the best you can, I think that's really getting to kind of the core meaning of life. And if I could, the movie, I wrote some stuff down right after that. Some Bible verses came to mind, and since if you guys don't mind, I'll the one that, and this is one that's been a favorite. In fact, I expanded on it, but I think the movie really exemplifies these verses, and it's out of 1 Thessalonians 5, chapter 5, verses 15 through 19. And I'll just read it if it's okay.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so see that no one pays back evil for evil to anyone, but always pursue what is good for one another and for all. And then it leads into verses that's been a favorite. Always rejoice, constantly pray, and in everything give thanks. And it's just about an attitude of, yeah, again, the little things you can appreciate. And then the last thing it says, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. Do not extinguish the spirit. And of course, the spirit, I was thinking, kind of tied in with the soul, and just keep that alive. And I think, to me, that's kind of what the movie exemplified in a number of ways.
Could you please tell us again from what verse is that?
Yeah, it was from 1 Thessalonians.
Yes.
I don't know if there's
yep. 1 Thessalonica, yes, and then
Thessalonica. Okay, and then
it's Indonesia.
Chapter 5.
Yep.
And then what I just read was verses 15 through 19.
15 to 19. Oke. Ya, yang barusan Pak Moyar sampaikan itu 1 Tesalonika 5, 15 sampai 19. Okay, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, 15 to 19, right?
Yes.
Okay. I like when you read about in everything be thankful, right? Be thankful in everything. So I think the movie itself teaching us about being thankful for the smallest thing, like when I know I hope you guys still remember in the movie when 22 was inside Joe's body, and then Joe was in the cat's body, and then they were chatting outside a room, like waiting for this Moonland, the flipping chart guy, to come. That's exactly the moment where 22 like realized that life is so much more beautiful because she paid attention to the smallest thing and being thankful for that. Like when she was watching a leaf, falling down from the tree, and then she was watching a kid playing with her father. So I think, yeah, if we are being thankful in everything in our lives, I think we can enjoy this life much better than what we've always been doing so far. Because again, with the arguments or the point, I mean, like not arguments, but with the opinions that have been shared by our dear friends, I can say that we are so much impacted by social construct about certain idea of what success is, that after this you have to do that. This society comes up with a set of rules in order for you to be called normal or to be called successful. But I mean, like, what's the point of fulfilling all those criteria if the happiness doesn't come from your heart? How it comes from your heart is by being thankful, I guess that. And we still have time. I want to hear more. Teman-teman yang lain jangan khawatir ya. Kalau mau ngomong pakai bahasa Indonesia juga boleh, tapi selipin 1-2 kata dalam bahasa Inggris. I think hari gini kan sudah lebih banyak anak-anak, apalagi angkatan-angkatan yang baru, like that you can switch between English and bahasa Indonesia. Don't worry, we're not gonna call you anak Jakarta Selatan because it's normal here if you want to do that. Okay. And then Mr. Moyer also mentioned about sometimes people love criticizing other people. Oh, that's the expertise of Indonesian netizen. We love to criticize people on social media. The rudest netizen in the Southeast Asia, I guess. But we're not gonna do that here. So feel free, teman-teman, kalau mau komentar, jangan malu, jangan takut, karena ini platformnya ya untuk berani bicara. Saya melihat ada banyak nama di sini. I think I'm just gonna go and hunt one. Di sini saya melihat ada Putra Wijalin Halawah. Are you there? Pertanyaannya gini deh, kalau kalian sudah menonton, siapa karakter yang kalian suka di situ? Ya, untuk membantu kalian bisa memberi jawaban. Ada Santa Luciana, Adrian Filandi, Anastasia Magdalena Muakarang. I see Amanda Putri. Thank you for joining us again. Teresia Simarmata. Or maybe our friend from Bali, Niwaya Nugrahani Puspita Dewi. Imam tadi mau nanya ya, you're asking a question, but can you like hold for a second ya? I am going to find more participant in our discussion. Husna Raharjo, are you really there, guys? Or Kevin Tampu Bolon? Ada yang mau jawab? Aditya Chandra, Meliana Febrianti. And anyway, I saw someone in hospital today, like in the beginning of this video, this Zoom. Who are you? If you don't mind. I mean, I really appreciate.
I think it's Maria Goretti Kartini.
Oh, Maria Goretti. I hope you get well soon ya. Cepat sembuh, and I hope this discussion doesn't make you feel sick ya. Tapi I hope it's become a kind of entertainment for you and to kind of distraction so that you can be healthier. Or Alan Gregory, Suryani Damaris. Oh, I see so many names, and some names are so familiar. I don't know if I am friend with you guys on Instagram, but please speak up. Yeah, Yesi, okay, she did share her idea. Moses Robinsar or Nauli Natalia? Anyone? Fena Sola Gracia? Oke, kalau nggak ada, gimana nih Sen? Should we share the OVO and stuff sekarang or what do you think, Nina? What do you think, Nina? Okay, tapi before that, I think Imam wants to ask question and also Mr. Moyer wants to add something. So
yes.
Let's go to Iman first. Is that okay, sir? Okay, Iman. What do you think?
Thank you. Talking about 22, I just confused that, you know, the Joe is a mentor of 22, right? And he must find the purpose to help purpose of 22. And you know, the Joy is selfish, right? She don't want to care about the 22, just selfish and just to discover his purpose. So I just want to ask that maybe if eventually that Joy is regret, right? Because of his action. But I just want to ask about, do we need to find our purpose firstly, or we just need to help someone's purpose or others' purpose, even our purpose not discover? So that's my question. So what should we do? We do our to discover our purpose first, or to help someone while to discover our purpose? Thank you. How about your opinion?
Yeah, that's a good question. If I may share my idea about that, or hopefully it will answer your question as well. I think the movie itself speaks about human beings who are sometimes very much corrupted by our own purpose, that we forget the spark of life. So I think what you need to come up with yourself first is that you have to be content and being thankful about every single thing in your daily life, and to be aware of what your impact can do to other people. I mean, just by being nice and kind to people, I think that will help people to find their purpose, because we're not gonna burden people with the impact of our action and stuff. And yeah, it's good to have a purpose in your life, but don't get too much consumed by your purpose, because Joe was actually the perfect example of how someone has been so much obsessed with the purpose of life. So when you're so much consumed in your purpose of life, you can be so selfish. That's when you will be the obstacles for other people's purpose in life. That's what I think. So in order to, you don't have to necessarily realize, okay, I want to help you to find your purpose. No, you just be thankful, be kind, and just go with the flow. And then just to realize that the purpose of life doesn't always guarantee happiness and satisfaction. Instead, it's it's all about every little thing in your lives. That's what I believe. Because, like, again, I wanna share it with you guys. Maybe at the end of this session, that this movie speaks volume to me, because this movie is all about what I've been doing. My closest friends must be so aware of this movie to me personally. So I hope that can answer your question, Imam. And I'm waiting to have maybe more conversation after this with you. Just feel free to come to Language Service Center. And Mr. Moyer, if you want to add something or want to comment on Iman's question, and also other participants can jump in if you want to share your idea.
Sure, thank you. Yeah, someone looks like they raised their hand too, so I'll make this very quick. But I think the answer, you answered the question. I think helping people in other ways is more important than trying to determine your purpose. And two other quick points. One is kind of a joke, but if you recall, the girl that was the trombone player related to me because I played trombone and band in school, all from grade school on up through into college. So I really could relate to the trombone player in the movie. And then the other, one of my sons actually studied film at Biola University, which is in LA. I don't know if you guys have heard of Biola, but it's a Christian college in Los Angeles area. And he sent me, I told him I was going to watch this movie, and he sent me a link of it was actually a video that described the kind of the storyline of this movie. And I could send the link to you guys if you haven't seen it, but it was quite interesting because it talked about the Joe, the whole plot of the movie was really about what he wanted versus what he needed. And apparently this is a very common theme in movies about people, they have their wants and then they have their needs. And during the course of the movie, he begins to realize what his needs are rather than his wants. And I thought that it was a good analysis of the movie. And if you're a movie buff and really like to understand how these storylines work, they explained it pretty well.
Wow.
So that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need that just to give us more insight about the movie, and we probably missing out on some points, but well, looking forward to getting it from you. Yeah, and then Edus, anyone raising their hands?
Nauli Natalia.
Nauli Natalia. Okay.
Wants to.
Yeah, Nauli Natalia.
Okay, thank you. I want to say a little my opinion about what
Wait a minute. Can we see your beautiful face?
Before that, I want to apologize for that because not being able to turn the camera on because the signal in my home not good right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
But it's good that you have your picture then. We can still see your face though. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to say a little my opinion about what I get after watch this film, Soul 2. But before that, I want to apologize too if there are any mispronunciation because I'm a beginner on English.
No way, no problem. And don't worry, you're perfect. Just go ahead.
Okay, for me, this film teach me how we should live with gratitude, enjoy every second, and having a purpose, of course, is unnecessary. But to get that, it is a process we should enjoy it. But for the movie, I think the plot is a little less overwhelming because for me, honestly, I wanted to know how life 22 is. I mean, how next life of 22 is. Because I really want to, I really want to looking forward to Soul season 2, if there. And I'm also agreed about what you say before, that be thankful for everything so we can enjoy our life, and it's really mean it for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nauli Natalia. Very interesting. And then I think I also like what you say, that we are curious about 22's life on Earth. And maybe that could be the strategy from Pixar to release Soul 2, or maybe not Soul. Maybe they come up with different title. but we're looking forward for that. Yeah, that's great. And then since you mentioned about that we should be grateful and to have that kind of gratitude in our life, yeah, you totally support it. Thank you very much for sharing your idea. And then, yeah, your English is good. Don't worry, okay?
Mm-hmm. Could I add?
Yeah, please.
I think it was in the, I sent a link to that video. I think in that, just to answer this last question, one of the ends of the movie actually had part of 22's life on Earth, and they decided to leave it out. I mean, they put some, at one point they were thinking they had some scenes where they were going to show what 22 actually ended up doing, but they ended up removing it or not including it because they wanted the audience to leave it, as they said, leave it to the audience to try to imagine what that would be. But apparently there were a number of different ways they were thinking of to try to end the movie. And the other point they made is they wanted to make him a musician. They thought of different careers, but they picked a musician because then his passion or what he really wanted would be something that people would think was pretty positive. But they were still trying to point out that his over obsession with it was not positive. So anyway, interesting way they kind of analyzed Pixar did.
Thank you for sharing that. I had no idea that actually initially they would have the end of the movie with the portrayal of 22's life on Earth, but then they removed it. And well, honestly, myself, I don't really like that kind of hanging end of movie because it would leave me clueless and want more. But from business perspective or a commercial perspective, that's a good way to do because people end up wanting for more. But hopefully they will make the sequel in the near future. So yeah, anyone else? Can I ask questions before we jump on to the, what is it called, the quiz? Who's your favorite character? You can type on chat room, or if you wanna speak, just turn on your camera and then say, siapa yang kalian suka dari film ini? Who's your favorite character? Ada banyak karakter. Let me. There are so many characters in the movie. Let me mention one by one. I hope that I can mention all. We've got Joe. We've got Joe's mother, and we've got Joe's aunties, right? Who work at mother's store. And then we've got Joe's former student who helped him to find, to get a chance to play with this jazz singer. And of course, we've got this jazz singer as well. We've got 22, we've got the Lost Soul, and we've got the Jerrys. You guys remember Jerry? All the Jerrys, I don't know what type of shape is that Jerry. And then we got that guy who is also very much into calculating. Who's that, right? And of course, we've got Moonwind. Oh, I like that guy. He seems so content with his life, with the trance, and then flipping the card. I like that. And who else? Anyone else that I missed? Oh, we've got Mother Teresa also, Abraham Lincoln, and also those Muhammad Ali. Yes. Siapa favorit kalian di film itu, teman-teman? Who's your favorite character in the movie? Sena, who's your favorite?
I think it's 22.
Okay. Who's your favorite, Edus?
Mine would be Moonwind. Yeah, he
Moonwind.
really enjoys his life with
Okay.
all that spinning thing. It
I
makes
see.
him into the trance.
I see some students and some participants of this discussion also love Moonwind.
Yeah.
And then what about you, Mr. Moyer? Who's your favorite? Is it a hard question?
It is a hard question. I was trying to figure it. I was thinking, did you say her name was Connie?
Connie, yeah, the student.
It might be Connie, the one that was going to quit and then came back playing trombone.
I think it's because it's so relatable to you.
Yeah, it's relatable, Jim. What about you, Nina? what's your favorite character?
Of course, 22.
Okay, 22. Okay, thank you, Nina. What about, okay, I'm gonna call out one by one. I don't care if you don't want to say anything, but Bende Sala. Oh, I like this name. Halo Bende, siapa karakter favoritnya, Dek?
Sorry, sir, because I haven't watched the movie yet, so I have no idea
Okay.
anything.
Okay. Okay.
So,
I'm not gonna ask you then, but hopefully we didn't give you any spoiler alert. Okay, so I hope you still want to watch the movie after this.
yes,
I really recommend the movie. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining anyway.
You're
What
welcome.
yeah, and what about Deus Dida? What do you think, Deus Dida? Siapa favoritnya, Deus?
Oh, hello.
Halo, Deus Dida.
Okay,
Siapa?
I'm sorry, but I haven't watched the movie yet, and I'm trying to watch it. I'm so sorry,
Okay.
but it made me interested to watch it.
Yeah. So from our discussion, who would you think that you would like from the movie? Like we named some of the characters from our discussion this far. Who would probably win your heart?
I think Moonwind.
Moonwind. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
you're
And
welcome.
I hope you find more once you watch the movie.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for joining. And I'm gonna go to is Mage here? Margareta Vera. I know you're somewhere in the building of Christian University of Indonesia. So who's your favorite character? Are you there? No? Okay. Aldo, Ruben Hasiholan Sihombing. Who's your favorite character, man? Siapa karakter favoritnya? Oh, I don't think Aldo is with us. I hope Aldo is not. Okay. Charlie Sabar. Hello, Charlie. Charlie, are you there? Okay. Charlie is not there. So, well, at least we find out who's online and who's not. Clinton Makpale, are you there, Clinton? Okay, Clinton is not answering. I see Alan Gregory. Alan, can you answer me? Who's your favorite character? Yep, I see Alan is turning on his microphone. Siapa karakter favoritnya, Dek? Or I don't know, Bang? Yep, hello? I don't think I can hear you, Alan. Novi Eriani? I can't hear you, Alan. I see he's typing.
Hello,
I
Bang.
can't. Yeah. Siapa
Yeah,
karakter favorit?
something happened to Alan microphone.
Okay. Alan, is Alan with you?
Oh no, but I know.
Okay, you know, a good friend, but you made me suspicious though. Okay, who's your favorite character?
Oh, my favorite character is Joe.
Joe. Okay, the
Yeah.
main one. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Ripka Padang, who's your favorite character, Ripka? One, two, three. Okay, Kevin Tampu Bolon, who's your favorite character? Karakter favoritnya siapa? Okay. Nggak ada. We're gonna move to Husnar Harjo. Are you there? Okay. Amanda Putri, are you there?
Husna here, sir. Kak.
No worries. Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character is Joe.
Joe. Okay, thank you. Amanda, you want to answer? Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character is Jerry.
Jerry?
Yeah, it's Jerry because they are,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, thank you. The Jerrys are fun though. Sekar Ayu. I think this is the last. Sekar Ayu? Are you there?
Yeah,
Yeah. Who's
Yeah.
your favorite character, Sekar?
my favorite character is 32.
22?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for sharing your time with us, and especially for answering the questions. I mean, like, actually it was just a way for us to check whether you're online here with us, present or not, because no, with this technology you can just leave it on and then you're going somewhere else doing your thing. But at least we've got the clue who's online and who's only online and who's present, right? So be careful next time you join this discussion again. You have to be fully present. And now I think it's time for us to give away those gifts that we've already prepared. Hopefully it will be useful for your Saturday night. I don't know if you guys can go have Saturday night outside your houses.
Maybe
So,
probably food delivery.
oh, food delivery. Okay. Well, I've got questions here. I'm going to ask the questions and then you guys need to answer it, hopefully in English. But if you can't answer in English, then I think this is too easy. Can I change the question, Sena? Well, like the initial question would be, who's the main characters of the movie? But I want to change that, right? Because everyone knows it's Joe, right? I have these questions. Wait. And then how to answer the question, Sena or Edus? Do they need to raise their hands or they just answer it directly?
I think they can use the raise hand feature.
Raise hand feature, and then you will decide. Okay, who's gonna answer the question? Okay, this is the question. So are you guys ready? Wait. Please tell me who's the name of name one of the writers of the movie. Siapa yang menulis cerita dari Soul ini? Salah
Oh, we
satunya.
got Tommy.
Tommy is fast. Okay, Tommy, are you there? Tommy? You cannot raise your hand
Oh,
for random,
yes.
Tommy. Can I see your face?
I'm here. Yes.
Can I see?
This is my face.
Oh, okay. I know you, Tommy. So what's the answer?
But I only know the first name.
Yeah.
Peter. I'm forget. Sorry. Peter Doctrine. Sorry.
All right then. Okay, Tommy. Thank you very much for answering.
God.
Yeah. You're gonna get cookie though. You just come to my office, okay? I will give you the cookie. So I'm so sorry, Tommy. You didn't get the prize. But thank you.
Okay,
Thank
never
you very much.
mind.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tommy. I'm gonna.
We got Natalia.
Yeah, and then I want to change the question anyway.
All right.
Yeah, because it would be unfair. Like people were like preparing for the answer when Tommy was not successful in answering the question. Tell me, who is the actor behind the animation, who happens to be a singer Name one of the actors who play in Soul who happens to be a singer, a professional singer. We've got who?
Elizabeth.
Of course he knows that. She mentioned that before. Okay, Elizabeth. Shoot.
I hope that you hear my voice right now again because
Yeah.
So I do
Unfortunately, I
believe
lost it.
Jamie Foxx, he's a singer, right? He has a beautiful voice, so he should be a singer.
Yeah,
right?
you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Do you know Jamie Foxx song? Maybe you can sing for us one song of Jamie Foxx song. Do you know Jamie Foxx song?
No, I don't.
No, I'm kidding.
I know that he sings.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that he does it a lot in interviews, but like I don't know a lot of his songs.
He's got great
Yeah.
songs also, but
Okay.
not as popular as other artists, but still, he's great. Thank you very much. And then, yeah, how much did she get for that? Do we need to reveal, Miss Hena?
Yes.
No need.
It's 50,000 rupiah of OVO
50,000 OVO Ordana. Yay! It's enough for, it's enough for you to enjoy your UAS or UTS, right? They're in the middle of UTS. Students, the spark of being student. They still have examination. Okay. Next question. We still have more questions, so don't worry, guys. I hope this will cheer you up because this is more interesting than the discussion, right? Be honest. Okay, next question is, who asked Joe to take the gig? Who asked Joe to take the gig? Who offered Joe the gig? I kind of mentioned that before. Siapa yang mengajak Joe untuk tampil di pertunjukan musik itu? In 1, 2, 3. We got the answer? Is there anyone raising?
Tommy again.
Do we need to give Tommy? Okay,
Dorota,
Tommy is being persistent. So go ahead, Tommy. You become like Joe now.
But I just know the first name Dorota, maybe Dorota. Yeah, Dorota.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Miss Hena, is that correct? Dorota, is that the answer, Dorota?
I think it's his friend, the male one.
Mm-hmm. So
no,
yeah.
it's not her.
Yeah, she is the singer, right?
Yeah.
She is the star.
Oh,
But somebody, yeah. All right, then, Tommy, 2 cookies already. Okay, you will get 2 cookies from failing answer the question 1 and then failing answer this question 2. But no worries. Thank you so much, Tommy. As I saw someone answering in the chat room, I don't think that would be the way to answer the question. So if you want to answer it, just raise your hand. I will give you the chance to answer in person. Okay. So okay. Next question is, what is Joe's mother occupation? What is Joe's mother's occupation?
Taylor.
Oh, that's not fair. You have to raise your hand before answering the question. That would be appropriate. A teacher, Aditya Chandra, you answer it nicely. A teacher? I didn't see a teacher there though. Thank you for answering, but that's not how you answer it. You have to raise your hand and then answer it when we give you a chance. Is there anybody raising his hand or her hand?
Yessi. We got Yessi and
Yessi.
Natalia.
Who's the first? You decide.
Oh, she lowered her hand. I think Nauli Natalia will be the one who has the chance.
Okay, Noli, shoot.
Taylor?
Is that correct, Mr. Moyer? Yes.
I would say yes, for sure.
Thank you. 50,000 rupiah. No, 50,000 US dollar. This time we increased the currency. No, I'm kidding. Just to have fun though. Okay, 50,000 rupiah Noli. Don't forget to chat or to contact us on Instagram at ppb.uki, ppb.uki, or you can just WhatsApp us. And also for Elizabeth. And we still have more questions. How many questions do we have left? Sena, based on the amount of gifts that we have prepared. Oh, two more questions. Two more questions. Okay. Please raise your hand. Now I have the questions. How many 22's mentors mentioned in the movie? How many 22's mentor? How many mentors did 22 have to prepare her to live in those 1,000 years of preparation? Is there anyone raising hands? Miss Nina?
I think
no.
they are still counting.
They're still counting on, they're still searching for information. I'm gonna count in 1, 2.
Oh,
Noli,
no, you already answer. You cannot. Sekar Ayu.
Sekar Ayu. Okay, go ahead, Sekar Ayu. Turn on your camera and turn on your your microphone.
I think 3 mentors.
3 mentors? Okay. Let's ask the answer to Miss Hena. Is that correct?
Can you mention 2 to me?
Oh, yeah, you have to mention at least 2.
Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Einstein.
Einstein?
Yep.
Okay. Is that correct?
Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. Okay. Is that correct? Anyone?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yes, it's correct.
Yes.
That's correct. Yay!
Yay!
So you got 50,000 rupiah for answering that question. And the last question is the question is, let me check the wait a minute. Who is the wait a minute. Who's the director of the movie?
Brilliant Danisha.
Oh, she's quick.
So fast.
She must be having her phone on.
Please turn on your camera and microphone to answer.
I want to see. Yeah, I want to see your face though.
I don't know if my answer is correct or no, but.
Well, sorry. Before you answer the questions, can you turn on your camera, please?
Oh, she already turned on the camera.
Oh, she already. Why can I cannot see anything. I only see your face, Dus.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And she's using that filter, so she has, I think, 4 eyes. Or is that a butterfly?
Okay, can you pin her? Can you pin her video, please? Because I cannot see her.
All right. Spotlight for everyone. Oh, that's a butterfly.
Oh, is she a butterfly? No. Okay. Oh, all right then. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah. Please answer the question. No.
I think the director of some movie is same like he is the writer of this movie also is the P doctor. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, you're right. Pete Doctor. Yeah, congratulations, brilliant.
Thank you.
You have to thank Wikipedia as well, because I know you must have gotten the information from Wikipedia, right? Well, thank you. You guys, I think that's all, right? we've given out all what we have for you guys, and don't forget to fill in the attendance. Miss Nina has already shared the list on chat room, and I'm so happy also to have Ma'am Susan is already joining us. Yeah, I don't know whether she's been there since the beginning or in the middle, but I know that she's always been supportive for this program. It says doesn't receive response, Kak. Okay, thank you for your feedback, Yesi. Nina, I think something wrong with the attendance list. And thank you very much, Putra Wijalin Halawa, for turning on your camera. Now we can see Putra's face on this Zoom. But I don't think he's listening to what I say. No reaction when I mention his name. Okay. I think that's all. Any last word from you, Ma'am Susan, as our dean? Anything you want to share? There she is.
No, it's okay.
So you're turning on your camera to say that you don't have anything to say. What a tremendous dean. I love you. Thank you so much, ma'am, at least for joining with us. Any last word from you, Mr. Moyer?
Sure. Thank you very much for inviting me. I really enjoyed hearing what you guys had to say. And as I said at the beginning, I was really glad I would not have watched this movie had it not been for this. So thank you. I think it was really good. And one last little thing I read about it, maybe you guys have read this too, but apparently this, the writer, this Pete Docter, was his name? Way back when he began to write it, he was pondering the whole topic of determinism. And I think determinism is a topic related to different people's faith that is a good one to, particularly theistic determinism. Some people are very committed to that, and other people don't think that, they have different views. So if there's something you want to look into that you might want to try to ponder, the whole notion of how much of our lives is determined. Again, these people's personalities were apparently determined before they were born. And that, that is worth thinking about. And that's what the writer was thinking about way back when he first began thinking about the movie. So I think that's a worthy topic to maybe read up on a little bit and try to figure out what you think about the whole subject of determinism. So.
Determinism, ya. Teman-teman, sepertinya bagus ya yang tadi Pak Moyer sampaikan. Perlu juga kita pelajari itu tentang determinisme ya. Determinism, you guys can find out on internet, multiple sources you can access to find information about that. And then, will you join us again, sir, in the upcoming events like this?
In the unlikely event that I get invited back, sure, I'll come.
As long as there's an invitation, you will always be there, right?
But yeah, and if I can make it, for sure, I would like to be able to come in. This is great.
And that's why we are so thankful to have you here with us today, sir. And everybody say thank you to Mr. Moyer. Thank you, and then we pray that you will always be healthy and in good condition.
Thank you.
And okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us. And I think that's all. What I can say is thank you also very much for you guys joining us. Don't be afraid. Don't worry. If now today you don't want to speak because you're afraid of maybe I'm afraid of my English, I'm worried too much about my English, please don't do that. Karena apa? Kalau selamanya ketakutan, then there will be no progress if you're always afraid of worry too much about your English. It's seperti yang 22 aja di film ini, dia ketakutan mulu dan sinik terhadap hidup di dunia. Jadi kalau nggak mulai nggak bakalan maju. So you guys please, next time kita punya lagi bulan depan. The discussion will not only about movie, okay? It will also be books, articles, and even the latest issue. And then we're planning on having other languages discussion too. So if you're interested in Korea and if you want to talk about drama Korea and stuff, we've got Nina and her team to create this kind of English discussion. Mungkin juga next time we will discuss about Korean movie or Korean idol and stuff. Yeah, I mean, like I'm not familiar with K-pop industry. I only have Blackpinks. I only like them, but I'm open to have discussion about it. So Miss Nina, you can help with that, okay? And I'm sure Mr.
Of
Moyer
course.
can join also with the discussion about Asia and stuff, even about United States and Europe and stuff. Next time, teman-teman, please hadir lagi dan jangan cuma hadir cuma numpang online doang, but you have to be present and to have a full discussion. Next week, we will have Native Speaker Day. We will talk about Stop Asian American Hate. It will be on 24th of 23rd, yes, 23rd of April. We will have someone from an Asian American from California, from Los Angeles, to talk with us, to share his experiences of being the victims of Asian American hate crime. And this is, if you don't mind, sir, this is also an official invitation for you, Mr. Moyer, if you would like to join us on that day. We will be talking about this Stop Asian Hate. I know you have even you have families, Asian American families, so please feel free to join us. Dan teman-teman juga please gabung di acara Native Speaker Day. And then and I'm also excited because on the 23rd, I think please excuse me, Miss Nina, Miss Edus, and then Kak Murni and Miss Sena and Ma'am Susan. I also want to share to you guys that on the 23rd of April, also in line with the Native Speaker Day, a song that produced by Mr. Moyer, my song for American market and for the world, will be released on digital platform music. It will be called You're My God. So yeah, Mr. Moyer is also my producer actually. So feel free to join to stream the song on that day while you join us on that Native Speaker Day. You got Edu's also, Nina and Sena's voice also in the song. That's all. Thank you so much. Let me thank you once again. God bless you. And yeah, Sena, you may take over now.
Okay. Thank you, Bang Heto, and everyone who is sharing their opinions. It was a great discussion. And if I could sum up, some of us really enjoy the movie, and some of us also got emotional watching the movie. And there's also a quote from the movie: "The spark isn't always the purpose of your life. Being happy is not only getting what we always dream of." And because it's about enjoying and living every minute of our life, be content and be grateful and thankful for everything God provides us. So yeah, hopefully each one of us could get the message and learn from the movie. Okay, before we close today's event, I think let's have some photo session. Please, everyone, open up your camera. So we could see the amazing faces. Okay. Everyone's ready. Okay. I'm counting. 3, 2, 1. Cheers. Okay, wait. Let's have some more because we have more screens here. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Here. Okay. Once again. Wait. Okay, one more time. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Before we close today's event, anyone wants to lead us in prayer? If no one wants, then I will pick up one. Who wants to lead us in prayer? Maybe Mr. Moya?
Sure. I didn't hear quite. Did you say close in prayer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Closing prayer.
For sure. Let's pray. Dear God, thank you for this time that we had to get together and just share the time about a movie that we watched that it really has good application to our life. And I pray that for each of these students and people involved here in the meeting today, that you will bless them and that you will watch over their lives and guide them and really help them to know that seek first the kingdom of God and everything else will follow from that. So I just pray and thank you. And I appreciate too being invited. So thank you for that, God. And again, continue to bless and watch over all of these, all the students and the whole country of Indonesia for that matter. And we thank you for this time and pray that you'll watch over everybody and for the week to come. And I pray all these things, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so much, Mr. Moya. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you.
Don't forget to fill the attendance list on the
Don't
chat
forget to
box.
fill the attendance.
Thank you so much, Mr. Moyer. Again, you've stayed up for this long. God bless you. Hopefully you have hopefully you have a good rest today. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Moya.
Thank you.
Bye.
God bless you all. Bye.
Yang PPB bisa bertahan?
Oke, Bang.
Yang PPB bertahan ya.
What is this place?
What's your name, honey?
Finally.
I teach middle school band. Got it, go for it. Today started out as the best day of my life.
Yeah.
Back tonight first shows at 7.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Are we alone here now? Oke, teman-teman ya. Oke, teman-teman yang I only need 4 people to stay here. Nina, Edus, Sena, and Kamurni.
Iya, untuk Nauli udah boleh live.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Agnes Panjaitan.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. See you on the next activity. See you on the native speaker day.
See you next week, okay? Thank you, Natalie, Nauli. See you next year. Next year lagi.
Next year jangan pakai jauhan, kelamaan.
See you
on the native speaker
bye,
day.
Rivel, Fair, friends, and bye, everyone.
Oh my God.
Okay, guys. Can I say something? Thank you so much, for conducting this, especially to Sena. Thank you so much for doing your best. I love you. Nina for helping. I love you. And Edus, as always, thank you. I love you so much. Edus and Kamurni, thank you very much for joining. I'm so happy, especially karena guys, I am in difficult situation